I'm going to show you how to build a computer using it's another computer shell you can find at Goodwill. Now when you get it from Goodwill, the first thing you're going to want to do is unscrew this and take off the top to see what all you have inside. Take this off, and then inside what you have is a processor and a motherboard. These are two of the most expensive parts of a computer, so it's very convenient that Goodwill leaves these in. Now what you're going to see immediately that you're missing is your RAM. These are required to run the computer and you don't have any, so you're going to need to install those. Also notice that you have no PCI slots or video cards installed here. I'm going to install a video card into this later. Also, you're going to notice that you don't have a hard drive, which is what required to store information on the computer itself. You're also going to notice you don't have an optical drive, and that's like a CD or DVD player. So that's technically optional, but I would suggest installing that. Okay, so here's what you need to complete the computer. First of all, you're going to need your RAM cards. I found these on eBay for about $20 for the pair. They're two 1 GB cards. Here is a completely optional video card. I recommend getting these because you never know how good the onboard video capabilities of the computer are going to be. Find this at Goodwill for about $5. And you're going to get your hard drive, which depending on the size, can be at Goodwill it's going to be anywhere from like $20 to $80. And finally, you can have your optical drive, and this will cost you about $5 at Goodwill. Okay, now here's a completed version of the computer. As you can see, I installed the video card right here. Over here is the RAM. The hard drive is right here, and your optical drive is right here. And this is what it's going to look like when you're all done with it. Okay, so the next step after creating your computer is installing an OS on it. So we're going to go to pendrivelinux.com and scroll down to the bottom, and you're going to download the Universal USB installer. Now what the Universal USB installer is going to allow you to do is it's going to load an OS, a Linux OS, onto a USB flash drive. Now the operating system we're going to be using today is going to be called Ubuntu 12.04 Desktop. In your case, you're going to probably want to download the ISO, but since I already have that downloaded, I'm just going to find it in my computer and use that instead. Okay, now you're going to want to have your USB flash drive already plugged into the computer, and you're going to want to find out the drive letter of it so you don't accidentally use something else. Now you're going to format your drive. This will erase all data on the drive, so you're going to want to use a USB drive that is about 4 GB at least, and that has no data on it that you do want to save. So you want to hit create after that, and then click on yes. Now this install will probably take about 5 minutes to do, and if you were going to download the ISO, that's probably about 30 to 35 minutes right there, so this does take some time. So I'm going to get back to you once I have finished installing this onto my flash drive, and I'll check back in with you guys later. Okay, so the download has finished installing. Now you're going to want to click close, and after that you're going to want to safely remove the hard drive or USB drive and eject thing. Safely removed, so you're going to want to remove it to your computer now, and that's all. So when you turn on your computer, you're going to want to hit, in this case, escape to get to the boot menu, and once you're at your boot menu, you're going to want to select your USB flash drive and hit enter, and this will boot from your USB flash drive. Next, you're going to want to go down to install Ubuntu on a hard disk. Hit enter, and the install will begin. Okay, so now that we're in the install screen, you're going to want to hit install third-party software and then hit continue. So what you're going to want to hit now is you're going to want to just make your entire drive Ubuntu and then hit continue, and you're going to click that and install now. And that is how you build a Goodwill computer using Linux.
Bye.